Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ. Our first news is Richard Hughes pulled off a genius masterstroke which has now been confirmed by a £29 million star who is on his way to Liverpool very soon. The club's new sporting director has received a lot of slack during his first 12 months in charge, especially for taking so long to sort out the futures of Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk. But Hughes has stayed firm despite the pressure on him from the fans, and his decision to wait things out and stay adamant on the Reds' offer has paid off. Both are set to stay at Liverpool for the next 2 years at least, which is exactly what everyone wanted, and now the perceptions around Hughes are starting to shift among the fanbase as well. But his greatest achievement might not even be securing contract extensions for Salah and Van Dijk. Liverpool signed Mamardashvili from an initial fee of £29 million, Sky Sports. And there have been a lot of question marks about whether he is ready to make the move to Anfield this summer. Valencia have been in pretty terrible form this season, which has meant Mamardashvili has not been able to showcase his brilliance as often as he would have liked. But over the last week, he's starting to showcase just what he is about once again. He saved a penalty against Vinicius Jr. during an impressive Valencia victory over Real Madrid last week. And on Friday he confirmed just why bringing him in was an absolute genius move from Hughes, making another brilliant save against Sevilla and playing an excellent game yet again. With an 8.7 rating as per FOTMob, Mamardashvili was the player of the game for Valencia, keeping a clean sheet and making 5 saves while also keeping out an XG of 0.81. The Georgian pretty much won the game for his side single-handedly, and this is 2 weeks in a row now where he has managed to secure crucial points for Valencia with his contributions in the match. Liverpool know Alisson will not be around forever. He's getting closer towards the end of his career, and Mamardashvili is about to enter his prime. Right now he's showing shades of Alisson in his ability to win games for his team, and that is why Hughes' decision to bring him in was simply a genius move. Before Alisson, Liverpool struggled to find the right keeper for years. But now they won't have to worry. Mamardashvili is the perfect successor to the Brazilian's throne at Anfield. It remains to be seen when he will join up with the Reds. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HG, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Liverpool FC transfer news. Our second news is Gerrard 2.0, Liverpool step up £86 million move for one of the world's best CMs. Liverpool are still hurtling towards the Premier League title, but recent results in the top division and outside of it have dampened Arne Slot's side victory parade somewhat. Losing the EFL Cup final to Newcastle bared some visible scars for the Reds, whilst a Champions League exit has also proven hard to take, before you even begin to closely examine the Anfield Giants' 3-2 loss to Fulham last time out in league action. Of course, Mohamed Salah finally penning a new contract has undoubtedly ramped up the happiness levels for the red part of Merseyside, but there are visible chinks beginning to appear in the once unbreakable armour. Therefore, it isn't a great shock seeing the soon-to-be Premier League champions be linked with a whole host of names to improve the squad, with a deal potentially back on the table for this midfield maestro. Latest on Liverpool's search for a midfielder. As per reports in Spain, Liverpool are gearing up to make a spectacular move for Inter Milan ace Nicolo Barella in this approaching transfer market, having seemingly intensified their interest in the Italy international. The report states that Slot's men have a clear objective in mind when hunting down gems to enhance their first-team personnel, culminating in the Premier League side singling out statement recruits in the central positions of the team. Liverpool have shown interest in the Inter number 23 for some time, but this long-standing admiration has now intensified, with the Reds having to splash out around the £86 million mark if they are to land the top-class 28-year-old, as he was once labelled by ex-Reds great Jurgen Klopp. Shortly, amazingly, there have even been comparisons drawn in the past between Barella and Merseyside icon Steven Gerrard, with Liverpool perhaps winning a star that possesses shades of their former icon's game as a move is finalised. How Barella possesses shades of Gerrard. Obviously, Barella won't be expected to follow directly in the former Liverpool captain's footsteps, with the now-retired midfielder one of Anfield's most revered legends. Gerrard would notch up a stunning 186 goals and 155 assists for his boyhood side from a bumper 710 clashes, meaning the Italian would have some catching up to do when joining to be remembered in a similarly glowing light. Still, much like the Anfield Hall of Famer in his pomp in England, Barella has a long-range rocket up his sleeve playing in Italy, which is just one aspect of his game that makes the claims from La Gazzetta dello Sport back in 2015 that he is the Sardinian Steven Gerrard more believable. Moreover, the 5'9" engine boasts an impressive 59 assists from 276 appearances at the San Siro, with his willingness to drive forward and expertly pick out a teammate further placing him on the same lofty pedestal as the great Stevie G. Our last news is £70 million forward confirms he will be Liverpool's next signing. Richard Hughes is planning an overhaul in the attack as exclusively revealed by Anfield Watch back in January. This could see 3 out of Arne Slot's current options move to pastures new with Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz all up for sale. It's a necessary change. Núñez and Diaz have proven to be streaky players. Neither have really lived up to the expectations with which they arrived. Jota on the other hand has struggled for fitness and he's become an unreliable figure for the Reds, spending far too much time on the treatment table. Starting a new chapter under Slot, it makes sense for Hughes to bring in players who are suited to the Dutchman's style of play and bring about change. It will begin an evolution in this brand new Slot era at Anfield, and who will headline that evolution has pretty much become confirmed over the last week. Hugo Ekitike confirms he is Liverpool's first choice. Anfield Watch revealed exclusively that Liverpool held talks with Hugo Ekitike's representatives. These were preliminary talks and they were positive. The Frenchman is highly regarded by Liverpool scouts, who view him as the perfect option for the club and have been tracking him ever since he emerged onto the scene at Reims back in the 2021-22 season. The club's primary choice is Alexander Isak, but it's becoming apparent that Liverpool will not be able to persuade Newcastle United to sell him. That's why Ekitike has emerged as the alternative first choice. Anfield Watch understands he's available for around £70 million this summer, which would still be significantly less than the £150 million price tag on Isak at the moment. Among Liverpool's fanbase, there have been some eyebrows raised about Ekitike, and whether he is ready for a step up to Anfield. But he confirmed there should be no qualms about him against Tottenham in the Europa League on Thursday night. Ekitike opened the scoring with a brilliant finish and he was a constant nuisance for the Premier League defenders. At one point, he even outpaced the fastest player in the Premier League in Mickey van de Venerable. His performance is a confirmation not just of his quality but that he is the most obvious next signing for Liverpool. These are the kind of transfers Liverpool have done time and time again. When the Reds were quoted a ludicrous amount for Jude Bellingham, they went and signed Dominic Szoboszlai instead. It then allowed Liverpool to also buy Alexis Mac Allister and Ryan Gravenberch in the same summer, which is moot they would have been able to do if they went all in on Bellingham. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update, but the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do WL. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ,